I don't always plant my seeds right at the 1st of March. That's kind of a misconception for me. I actually start them about the week before leading up to the 1st of March because I follow the moon phases, and it is the best time the week before the full moon to start your seeds. So we're going to go over all of that in this video. Hey everyone, my name is Dream. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, I am so glad to see you. We're going to talk about what seeds I am starting in March. If you've been here long enough, you know that I start my seeds starting all the way back in January, but now it's time to start our melons, our cucumbers, certain flowers, but we're going to go over all of that here in just a minute. I was taught by my grandfather, who was a Native American, to always start your seeds closest to the full moon, to follow the moon cycles, because it is just a better time to plant any kind of seeds. Through the gravitational pull, the water gets closer to the seeds, it causes germination faster, and if you have like what we have here, we also have seedlings that we're going to be transplanting. Anything of the leaf foliage, it causes, once you transplant it, it causes it to lift up out of that soil. So it is the best time to start your seeds. Now, if you are in the upper states where it's colder, of course, now is probably not the best time for you to start certain seeds, but there's probably some seeds that you can start, and you can find that just by going onto Google, punching in your zip code and writing the words, what seeds can I start now in March. So a few things, because it is the last week of February, there's a few things that you need to be planting in the ground. If you are in North Texas, you need to be getting any of your onion starts that you may have bought. Potatoes need to be in the ground, and then for direct sowing, you should be direct sowing carrots and beets. This will be my 4th round of carrots to start, and my 1st round of beets for 2026. I'll also be starting a 2nd round of tomatoes. Now these tomatoes are for more late summer and early fall harvest, because as you know, here in North Texas, it gets pretty hot pretty quick. So by the time we hit August, our tomatoes that we planted in the spring are kind of burnt out and they're kind of done. So we want a 2nd round of tomatoes that are going to come up and give us more harvest through the fall. And so that's why I start the 2nd round of tomatoes. The other things I start 2nd rounds of are dill and basil, just because those are kind of powerhouses out in the garden when we talk about companion planting. If you haven't seen my video on companion planting, I will link it down in the description so you can go and watch that. But they are kind of a powerhouse in the garden as far as helping pest control. So we always make sure that we have plenty of that in the garden. Some of the other things that we're going to be starting right now are all of our cucumbers. We will get all of those started. We will also get, I only plant butternut honey squash, because if you live in North Texas, you know how horrible the vine borers are here, and it is really hard to grow squash here. I mean, you have to stay on top of it 24/7. But with honey nut squash and butternut squash, they don't seem to like it as much as they like our pumpkins and our zucchinis and our yellow squashes. So this is the one that I grow. This is the time I start all of my melons, my watermelons and my cantaloupes, and what I'm known for the most, which you're not supposed to be able to grow in Texas, but I do grow them, Israeli melons, and they are my absolute favorite, so they are the ones that I get started. There are other things in North Texas that you sure could be starting right now. You should have already started your peas, but you can start your spinach, your lettuce, your mustard greens. If you haven't started brassicas, get them started in North Texas, because as you know, we heat up really quick, so we don't have a good time or a good span of time to get a good brassica harvest. So, but that's a whole nother subject. Flowers that I start right now. I start sunflowers, zinnias, and I will start a 2nd round of marigolds, because again, French marigolds, because again, they are a powerhouse pest control out in my garden, and it is a necessity for me to have them out there, because Texas is notorious for all their pests. So, and yes, I do start my sunflowers inside. If you are looking for flowers that you need to be starting outside, like direct sowing, any of your wildflowers, your cosmos, your chamomiles, of course, irises, what else is at this time of the year? Iris, tulips, all those can be going out right now if you haven't got them out already. Here's a little update on how the seedlings that we started in January are doing right now. So here are the seedlings. These are basils and brassicas. These are peppers celery and brassicas. We have tomatoes. These ones are flowers. More peppers. These are our hot peppers. All dill. Some of our medicinal herbs are ready to come up. These, just a couple of these are ready. These are some other ones. We got parsley, chive. As you can see, these ones aren't doing as good. And then, of course, more tomatoes that we've got to get transplanted. And I know some of you are going to wonder, these are kind of long, and these are the first ones I'm going to transplant, and I'm going to show you, because we are going to transplant them and we're going to bury them probably about that deep into the soil, and they will be just fine. Now, we went through that list pretty fast, but down in the description I am going to link a free PDF for you. It's not only going to have the seeds that I am starting, but it'll have other seeds that you can start in North Texas, and it'll give you a full list of all of the medicinal herbs, because we're not going to go through all the medicinal herbs here on this video because most people don't plant them, but they will be in that list if you want to see what they are and what ones I'm direct sowing into the ground and which ones I'm starting by seed. Starting seeds in March isn't just about what the seeds that you start, but what you are planting. Here in North Texas, we got to get our stuff started just a little bit early, because whether anybody wants to admit it out in the other world, those of us who live in Texas knows that this heat arrives quickly and it is on its way. We have had days in February that were almost 90 degrees. So if that gives you any indication to how hot it gets really fast, and we're all pretty much bracing for a hot season, getting the seeds and staggering them, starting them in January, starting them now, and then we will also be starting some in April. And that'll be a different video that we'll do, but we'll be starting some in April. But staggering your planting allows you to have a full harvest for longer, and not everything matures at once. If you are into canning, having everything mature at once is daunting when it comes to preserving all of that food. I also wanted to mention that the new merch for Where the Yokels Grow for 2026 is now up and live on the website, and I will link the website down in the description, because for whatever reason, YouTube and my website are not communicating and they don't want to talk to each other, so I can't put my merch up. But this is one of the hoodies. It says Where the Yokels Grow, and then on the back is the feral garlic. We also have a feral tomato one, which I absolutely love, but I will list everything down in the description for you to go check it out. So again, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification button, so when new videos come out, you will be alerted and you'll be able to see all the new garden videos. And if you have been here from the beginning and you are still here, you have my heart and my soul. Thank you so much for being part of this channel. Until I see you in the next video, you all take care of yourselves, you keep your heads up, and more importantly, you keep growing. Bye-bye, y'all.